I'll double check before.
You can see a little live thing.
All right,
up.
cool. You did it.
I did it.
Now you redeemed yourself.
Thank you. 3, 2.
All rise for your dishonorable, not a real judge, Damone Allen. Debatable is now in session.
Welcome to a new episode of Debatable. I am your host, not a real judge, Damone Allen. Joining me as always is High Five Mike.
Hey.
No Travie T this week. So we have a special guest. We have Abigail joining us again from the Manic Pixie Weirdo Podcast. For our first time listeners, and just to refresh the people's memory, tell them about yourself and your show.
Hi, so I'm Abigail. Thank you guys so much for having me back. I'm really excited to be here. So I host the show The Manic Pixie Weirdo, where we talk about all the different kinds of relationships that you can have in your life, from your relationship with Avengers Endgame to your relationship with your depression as it relates to climate change, just anything you could think of. So that's what we do, and you can check me out on Twitter at MP Weirdo Podcast.
Okay, make sure you guys check her out. So welcome back to the show. You've been before. So for our new listeners or our returning listeners, this is Debatable, where we debate the serious, silly, and everything in between. So as always, we have 2 hot topics to get into. So let's start. So our first one is going to be, is cereal a soup? Simple question. Is cereal a soup? Abigail?
Yes.
Why?
Because it has all the components of a soup and you eat it like a soup. It's a soup. It's just a breakfast soup.
What constitutes a soup?
A liquid substance in a bowl with physical food items within it. Otherwise, it's just a broth.
That would just mean milk is a broth. Is chocolate milk a broth?
Yes, it could be.
In this scenario, based on her theory, yes, it would be the broth. Milk would be the broth. The soup or the cereal would be the
like physical food item.
The physical food item, yeah.
I feel like there's got to be more that constitutes something as a soup, but
like what? Like what?
So the reason I would say no, well, I guess it depends, because you could eat soup, or not soup. You can't eat soup in a bag or without soup, I guess. But you can eat cereal without milk. So you can just eat dry cereal. I did it all through college.
Well, you can eat raw vegetables, so
yeah.
I guess.
I
don't really like vegetable soup.
So
I don't really like soup now that I think of it.
Okay.
The full definition of soup is a liquid food, especially with a meat, fish, or vegetable stock as a base, often containing pieces of solid food. The only thing it has in common with cereal is the fact that it can contain solid food, because you know that cereal's not staying solid for long. It'll just become like a glob or like soggy.
Is that like where is
and you're
that
not putting meat,
from?
fish, Google.
Okay, but like I need
Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Okay, well that's why I don't like that definition. That's why I don't like that definition, because I don't like Merriam-Webster's dictionary. I don't think they do a good job. I don't think they do a very. Yeah, I just don't think they do a very good
dictionary.
job. I'm gonna need you to pull up like a culinary dictionary. Like a food specific culinary dictionary of a definition of soup. And if they tell me that I'm wrong, then absolutely I'm wrong.
I look up culinary
word in there.
So I tried to look up culinary and it did it wrong, and I looked up canary dictionary.
There's definitely that. It did say one very, very important word, especially. It didn't say only. It just said especially meats, especially like
And
vegetables
it said,
soup.
well, it also
Right,
said
but I think
usually
it's
prepared.
Right.
but it has the stock.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It said usually. And so
I'm
it's not
saying no.
definitive. No, it's up in the air. We don't actually know this yet. I need a
Normally-
culinary expert's dictionary definition of what a soup is. If you could get Gordon Ramsay on here to tell me what a soup is, then I might be willing to lean on it. But I have yet to hear why cereal is not a soup.
I googled Gordon Ramsay what is soup,
Okay.
and I got a recipe for Gordon Ramsay type soups. How to make white bean and vegetable soup.
Like Gordon Ramsay, like type soups. Like these aren't even his
Like,
real recipes.
These are Gordon Ramsay recipes.
Okay,
Like he has a smoky bacon, sweet corn, and potato soup.
that sounds delicious.
That does sound fire, and I don't even really like soup.
Sounds so
As
good.
usual, I like soup. My favorite soup is cream and mushroom.
Ew.
I am a sucker for cream and mushroom.
I don't like cream.
Okay.
Those types of soup, like cream of mushroom,
Oh,
cream of
Cream and
broccoli.
mushroom. I like to take
what
the
about like
cream
a
and
nice
mushroom.
creamy bisque? What
I
about like
can do.
a nice like squash or tomato bisque?
Honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
I've had that like once in my life.
I don't like tomatoes.
I usually,
like
if I
that, so-
choose, when it comes down
Mm.
to it, if we're like, hey, let's have soup for dinner, I'm just getting cream and mushroom soup. Like
I'm
I'm
just
not
getting-
stepping outside of any comfort zones. I know what I like, and it's cream and mushroom soup.
It's fair.
just
I like
getting a
cream mushroom
can.
soup. I'll also do once in a while clam chowder. I accidentally bought cream of chicken, so tomorrow I'm going to take that cream of chicken. I'm going to put
Ew.
it in some sort of thermos and drink it throughout the day.
I prefer.
Probably. Okay.
I prefer chicken noodle soup. That's my go-to. Whether it's the like cheap one where it's like just a short little really thin noodles, you get the like 2 little pieces of like
Yeah.
what might be chicken.
Yeah.
It's possibly chicken, or like the good ones like the Progresso or like the I
That's,
can't
like,
think of what they're
chunky.
called. The like chunky, yeah, the chunky soup. Like I don't mind either one of those. I want to say I like tomato soup, but I don't remember the last time I had tomato soup.
I like tomato soup, but I also
good.
usually when I make
If
soup,
it's
I'm
done
making some
right.
sort of grilled cheese or a melt, so I'm dunking that bitch in. So
Mm.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but
I
I
like
see.
that, but I don't remember the last time I had it.
and then when it's
Well, I'm
done,
super
soup's
bougie.
cold enough to drink quick. Go ahead,
Yeah.
you're bougie.
I'm just super bougie. Yeah, I don't like tomato soup out of a can. It has to be like
Oh
a
no, I'm
fancy
only
kind.
getting it out of the can.
It
And
has
I
to be a
also
bisque.
honestly, this sounds terrible.
Yeah.
And I
No.
get it and I understand, but I make my cream and mushroom soup usually with water. I use or a half can of water, half can of milk. I know most people like to put the milk in.
Are you
I do water.
okay?
I like the taste of it with water.
Yeah.
It is maybe it's a nostalgia
Okay, I'm
thing.
worried about you.
Yeah, well, I like
No,
it better.
I'm
There's
worried
already
about
milk
you.
in. There's already milk in there. Like that's the cream part. There's
Yeah,
already
that's
milk in there.
definitely-
I don't
that's-
need more dairy.
That's definitely a poor person thing where you don't have milk, so you just
But-
put water
But
in
that,
there.
it says on
But
the back
I
you can
support
put.
it.
It says on the back to put water. It says you can put water or milk
Yeah, but you can also
or half and half.
yeah, but it also says that on a back of it also says that on the box of on the back of a box of macaroni and cheese, but no one uses water to do macaroni and cheese.
You could use water to make the macaroni. I'm not using milk to make the macaroni. You use the
Yeah.
milk for the cheese.
No, but
You
it
don't-
says on the back of the box that you can use milk or water.
Does it? I always thought it said
Oh,
milk
like-
and butter.
Yeah.
Oh, that you
No,
could-
it says
like,
milk
wait, you
or
don't use
water.
milk- You don't use milk at all?
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
heard of anyone do that.
Some people make
It's
macaroni
not-
and cheese like that.
Not yeah, don't
See, here's the
come
thing.
to my-
I've
anywhere.
I buy the when we do macaroni and cheese, I'm doing Velveeta, and I'm doing Velveeta.
Ooh.
I do
Like-
Velveeta or Velveeta knockoff, which is also okay, like Aldi brand.
Mm.
But I'm doing Velveeta. Like I'm not even messing with no other milk. I'm not no
With
powders.
powdered.
I'm using
Yeah.
Velveeta. Now I seen these like flavor booster things that Kraft came out with. I'm about to get some Velveeta and throw that in there. I think the ranch, buffalo, and
No.
another one.
How
Flavor
desperate?
Pizza.
boosters?
It's a pizza. It's a pizza flavor.
How desperate?
Look, I'm here to try all the flavors. I'm here for it.
We buy
Okay.
Kraft mac and cheese for like our kids, and like they mostly eat
Right.
it. Like I'll eat it like if like it's there and I'm like hungry
Would
enough,
you
I'll
buy
eat
one
it.
of those
But like
for your kid though?
the flavor booster,
Flavor booster?
Yeah.
no, no, my kids are not. My
because
kids are
the
not
kids are
eating
not
that.
going to eat it.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
kids are not eating
my
that.
kid. Well, my kid will eat it.
Your kid's older, so my kids are still like in that phase where they're not eating that shit. Like, get that shit out of my
Yeah.
face.
It tastes
Yeah.
good. It's just all it is a flavor.
Well, one
packet.
of them would. I don't like that Kraft is giving us flavor packets.
No,
I do.
don't like this either.
I'm here for
Shut
all
it
the
down
flavors.
immediately. I'm not
Uh,
here for it. Shut it
But
down.
I'll put that in some Velveeta or Velveeta knockoff because
Put
it's a
that
lot
in your
cheaper than
put
Velveeta.
that in your cereal.
So here, that's the thing, is I found another definition. All right, liquid,
Okay.
usually water or milk, in which solid foods have been cooked. Soups can be served hot or cold and may be thick, chunky, smooth, or thin. This is Theodora. I looked up culinary dictionary specifically. So,
Okay,
you're not cooking. You're not
Cereal's a
cooking.
soup.
You're not cooking the cereal. You're not cooking the cereal in the milk. So no.
is that what's
You have to,
I would-
because even a cold soup is cooked and then cooled down. You're not gonna cook your cereal,
No,
warm it up and then let it cool down.
not
Unless you're
necessarily.
making oatmeal.
like a chilled cucumber,
that's
like
a
a
whole nother
chilled
topic.
Is it though?
Is oatmeal a soup then?
No,
It's totally a
because
soup then.
it's a. I mean, porridge was a kind
Based
of soup,
on your-
wasn't it?
Based on your definitions,
Yes.
it's kind of
Based on your
I-
definition.
I'd say it's a casserole with the way consistency
What?
usually comes out.
What?
You can't bring casserole out of left field.
Look,
Where the
no.
hell did you get a casserole?
I
Look,
didn't
I'm
realize
thinking about
casseroles were
oatmeal.
on the table.
Thinking about oatmeal, casserole's always on the table.
You don't put
Like-
oatmeal in the oven though.
You can't put oatmeal in the oven.
Who does
You
that?
could.
I don't know, but I want to do it now. I want to put oatmeal in the air fryer. See what I can get away with that.
That sounds terrible. That sounds like you're breaking your teeth.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna.
gosh.
No, I mean, you could probably just make like oatmeal cookies out of it.
Yeah, it probably would just become like oatmeal cookies.
That sounds delicious.
Bro, we bought an air fryer and I put everything in the air fryer. Like
I
if we're
do
making
love
a
my
meal,
air
it's like,
fryer.
how can I make it in the air
Yeah.
fryer? And then
It's the
The
best.
one thing I haven't done is steak.
I have not done steak yet, but
yeah.
we've done chicken quite a bit.
hmm
Oh yeah, we tried some stuff. It's been an experience. I love this thing.
It's a great.
Like if my
It's the best.
stove broke, I can get away with just having.
Oh, we
air
don't
fryer.
have. Yeah, we don't have a microwave, and we use that thing as our microwave.
I mean,
Like, it's
you
great.
might as well. Outside of
Yeah,
popcorn,
it's
when you
great.
can, outside of
Yeah.
microwave with popcorn, that's the only thing. Is like I use the air fryer.
Yeah.
It's the greatest invention.
The only thing I really use the microwave for is to like reheat like leftovers. If I'm like
Yeah, but I
super
use the
lazy
air
and I feel
fryer.
like
Oh,
I
depending on the
found-
leftover, I'm using the air fryer. Like if
yeah,
I
it
go,
depends on
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
you can now go out, get fries somewhere, actually take them home with you, and then throw them in the air fryer.
Yep, and you
It's
can
so
actually save
nice.
fries.
It
Whoever
is
invented the air fryer, Mr. Fryer, thank you.
last name
Right, for
Fryer,
real.
first name Air,
I got
last
because
name
we
Fryer.
have one of the like air fry oven things that does like bake,
Yeah,
air fry. It's
I
the
almost
Ninja,
got
and it
one
like
of
does the.
those.
It's so nice because that's what we use instead of a microwave because we don't have one. So we just use this like Ninja oven thing that does like all of it. It's so good. It's the whoever. Thank you for whoever made
Right?
this combination because it's amazing.
I almost got the big one that kind of looked like a toaster oven almost with all those different
Mm.
options. But the one I got is a 9-quart, and it has a dual basket. I can have 2 different temperatures with a little slidey thing in between. But like, there's so much
I
space
got
in this.
fancy ones.
Oh, dude, it bakes, it air fries, like it has all the buttons.
I need to
I
get
love
new.
it.
Mine's
It
about 2 years
dehydrates.
old.
Oh,
Mine's
yeah,
about 2
ours
years
is too.
old, so mine, like, I have one of the more basic ones, like it pretty much just air fries, but
Yeah.
it's also like 2 years old when like the whole air
time to get
frying
it.
thing became like
It's time
a
to get a
thing.
new
Yeah.
one. They've made some steps in technology.
Oh yeah. Well, we got ours super cheap. It was a Christmas present, but it was still super cheap because I cheated and
Nice.
looked at the price. But yeah, Kohl's has them. Like you can get a good deal at Kohl's for like a nice one.
I got
I have to,
mine for half off. So
Yeah, we got ours for like half off because we had Kohl's cash.
I used a credit card. Not proud of it,
Nice.
but
Yeah, that's what they're there for, right?
it was
Good
about
old-
time, and it's changed my life. So
Good old American debt.
yeah.
Well,
I'm
it's
gonna
more
die.
American.
I've already accepted I'm dying in debt.
Yeah.
It's the American way. So soup. I need final judgment. Abigail, soup
Yes.
or cereal, soup.
Cereal soup.
Yes.
Mike.
No.
So my whole argument was that you can eat the dry thing, like you can eat cereal dry, which made it not a soup. My thought is that it's not a soup until you submerge it in the milk, then it becomes a soup.
Okay. Okay.
I'll
I'm
let
with you.
it go, but I don't agree.
Why?
I just think it's the preparation. In this case, it's the preparation and some of the ingredients. It doesn't make it a soup. You're not cooking anything. You're not using any sort of base outside of milk.
But that definition, man.
And you're not cooking. You're not cooking it.
Well, sometimes
Oatmeal's
you're
closer
putting,
to a soup.
sometimes you're putting
Cream
sugar
of
in
wheat
there.
would be a soup.
Cream of wheat would be a soup. Yes.
Yes, but no one under the age of 75 eats cream of wheat.
This is true.
I used to eat the shit out of cream
Of course
of
you,
wheat.
of course you did.
Dude, growing up, I had cream of wheat. Like a lot. I don't and then I started having oatmeal. I like oatmeal more than I could like cream of wheat, but
What about grits? Where do you stand on grits?
I like grits.
I've had grits once. I don't know if it was right. I didn't like it.
I've never
But
had them.
it's also very much like cream of wheat.
They're
as
all
an
very
adult.
similar.
It's all basically the same thing. As an adult, I won't buy cream of wheat. I think one day I'll go back for nostalgia, and then I'll like eat a little bit of it, throw it out. But
Like
that's about where I'm at with it.
The only thing I've never had like grits with. I've had it as a breakfast thing, but I've never had it with like shrimp. Like there's shrimp and grits. Like I've never had it as a savory thing, and I guess
Why?
it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, that's
I'm
like
okay with
sticky
that.
rice. I've only ever had sticky rice as like a dessert situation, and it's weird for
Really?
me to think. Yeah, it's weird
How
for me
can
to
I
think
make
that
sticky
people.
rice is a
It's so
dessert?
good. It's
Like
so
sushi
good.
rice?
No, sticky rice. It was like a mango sticky rice. With
Right.
Like a little creme fraiche on it. Oh,
So what is the rice itself?
Is it kind of like a rice pudding kind of?
almost, but it's called sticky rice. You can just look up the recipe, but you can eat it. You don't have to eat it as just a dessert.
Because when
Like
I think of
it's-
sticky rice,
You can
I
eat it
think
with
of,
like barbecue chicken and stuff. It's weird for me to think that people eat sticky rice with barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
I've heard
found
it's super good.
Yeah, I found a
See,
mango sticky rice.
Yeah,
Like, it's like
it's a
rice
dessert.
with it's like a rice with mango and coconut milk.
Yeah,
You can eat it with the
mango
spoon or with your
sticky
hand.
rice.
yeah, it's really really good.
But what kind of rice? I'm more concerned of what kind of rice. it
Just like
is.
white rice, I believe.
If it's a sticky rice, I would assume it'd be like a white sushi rice.
I don't know if it's a sushi rice.
It's glutinous.
Sticky rice, main ingredient sticky rice, which is a sushi rice. I have some of my. It's because that's what you use to make sushi.
Oh,
'Cause
maybe.
it sticks together.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a like gluttonous rice is what it's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm about
I'd
to
try
make
it.
It's
I want to
super
make.
good.
I want to make this.
it's so good. You gotta have it.
Ooh,
I like rice. I don't have a segue to an ad, so I was gonna play
I feel like this happened last time too.
it. That's what she said.
That had.
Your body and the bodies you're loving deserve nothing but the best. Organic Lovin' is the only adult subscription box that includes eco-friendly body products, from body-safe adult toys to sex-positive books and erotic seminars. Organic Lovin's online store has everything you and your partner or partners could ever need to heat things up. And right now, your friends at T13 Media want to take 10% off of your next order. Just go to organiclovin.com and use promo code T1, T-H-R-E-E, like the sound the bed makes, when you check out. Organic Lovin'. Love organically, purely, deeply, boldly.
Okay, we're back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do our tournament, the way tournaments work here at T13 Media. He's not here, but it's still named after him under Travie rules, so that someone's not just throwing primarily Travis. Throwing out 100 things to put into the tournament. We each will get a certain amount. We randomize them, and then we vote till there is one winner, and they win the tournament. So this week's bracket is going to be what is the best Netflix original series. So each person, there's 3 of us, so each person will get 5, and there'll be one like shared one. Does anybody have one they want to throw out for the shared?
Stranger Things.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like that one is gonna get in no matter what.
Well, and if Travis
already in there
decides
for
to listen back to this episode and it comes down to it, I will spoil it. Fuck you, Travis. It's been like 3 years.
It has been. He did ask
He
you not to
threw
spoil
a
it
whole
for
ass fit. He's like, I'm gonna watch that. Never watched it.
No.
I've never watched
Never
it.
watched it. I have.
Yeah, it's been like 3 years. Come on, guys.
You
Get
guys
together.
said you had a list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a list.
Okay. The Staircase.
Okay. I've heard of that one.
The Witcher.
Okay.
Patriot Act.
I'm assuming that's about the Patriot Act.
No, it's Hassan Minaj's Patriot Act.
No.
I've got so many. Altered Carbon.
Never got around to watching that.
It was good.
There's a lot
the
of
first season was really good.
when they were pumping shit out.
Oh God, I forgot that one.
It all started getting lost on me.
Yeah. Did you have some?
Is that your?
Oh, is that 5? That's
Yeah.
4.
That's 4.
Oh, that's
you get
4.
one more.
Oh, did I say? I said The Witcher. Let's do the Queen's Gambit.
Okay. Mike.
Um,
Are you ready, or you need me to go?
I let's go with Orange is the New Black.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that one.
Was that their first? Was that their first series?
I don't know if it was the first, but I
think
know.
it was.
I feel like it was the
It'd be like
first.
one of them,
I feel like it was the first big one, like the first one to blow up.
probably.
BoJack Horseman.
You're talking about that one.
We were talking about that. I didn't realize that was a Netflix original. I feel like
Yeah.
for some reason I thought it was like Adult Swim.
It's drawn like that, very much so. Let's go. Let's go Ozark.
Okay.
Yes, I had that one too.
Yeah. Let's do. All right. So you gotta tell me now. Black Mirror is technically a Netflix original, but it wasn't originally. It was originally aired.
I
The
count. I have it
show.
on my. I have it on my list. So
Yeah, I have it on
well,
mine too.
Cool.
Yeah,
Go
it's-
Black
it's-
Mirror. And that's for. Was it Unstoppable? Unstoppable Kimmy Smith?
Is it
Oh, yeah.
Unstoppable? Is there Undestructible or Unbreakable? think
I
it's
thought it was the
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
That's
Unbreakable.
I actually pulled that one off the top of my head. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah, it's Unbreakable.
I don't know how to spell Schmidt.
I think it's TT at the end.
Good enough. All right. It's all you, Devon.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with the show that changed America, Tiger King.
I didn't watch second season because I honestly don't see the point.
I didn't watch the second. I didn't finish the last episode.
I think a lot of people. Oh, it was good.
I honestly haven't watched it yet.
Really? At all?
Yeah, no.
It's complete chaos.
Okay.
Like if you want chaos, like there's a point where someone gets their hand bitten off, and that's not even like the highlight of the episode.
Right.
It's like a
Oh my
it's
gosh.
like a 2-minute thing, and like we move on.
It's a crazy show because when
Okay.
you're sitting there like this is actually there was actually a point in these people's lives. Like this was their we're
gosh.
watching it as a show. They lived it.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
She got her hand bitten off, and it was just like 5 minutes. It was a 5-minute thing, and then we moved on to something else.
Oh my god.
That was not a highlight. Mindhunter.
Yes, I had that too.
Daredevil.
Nice.
I feel like Daredevil was one of the ones that blew up really big too,
Yeah, because
along with like Orange is the New Black.
Mm-hmm.
I kicked off
Yeah.
their whole MC, their Marvel universe type deal. Now it's
Yeah.
absorbed in the MCU. I don't know.
I don't think it's technically canon.
It's
Yeah.
multiverse. They can do whatever they want. It's all multiverses. We've given up on canon.
Yeah.
Canon is officially dead between MCU and DC movies. It's done
It's whatever we decide we want to do at that moment.
because everything's a multiverse.
True.
Okay, this one's
Yeah.
out there. Gilmore Girls: A Year in Review.
I never watched the Gilmore Girls.
You never watched
series.
Gilmore Girls?
I watched Gilmore Girls, but I never watched a year
Nope.
review.
It's not exactly the same, but it's still like if you like Gilmore Girls, you'll probably like A Year in Review. I'm assuming they're gonna do another one because the way that one ended, like kind of ended on a cliffhanger. And then for my last one, I'm gonna do Manhunt, which was about the Unabomber, Manhunt Unabomber.
Yep. So good. They have some good ones. Netflix has some bangers.
Okay, everybody good then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good on mine. The one that I had on my list that I didn't put in was Luke Cage.
Oh.
You know, those shows are something you'd think I would have been into. I just never got around to watching them. It's a shame. I'm sure
yeah.
eventually I'll like knock them out. But
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that one's only like 2 seasons.
I've got to catch back up with like DC shows. Oof, I can't even at this point.
I told myself I'm gonna watch like the last like I got stopped at like the halfway point of like season 2 of Gotham, and I kept telling myself I'm gonna go back, but I just haven't.
I'll be honest, I can't do Gotham. I'm probably gonna drop out for a second here, just a heads up. So you might want to just run an ad.
Okay. Well, we don't want you to drop out, so get a raise.
Are you tired? Tired of those other energy drinks hitting you with a short burst of jittery energy, followed by a crash that leaves you with less energy than you had before? Well, fear not, because Ray's energy drinks are specifically formulated to get you going without making you jittery and keeps you from crashing. With 0 sugars, 0 calories, and better caffeine than a cup of coffee, Ray's energy drinks are the #1 growing energy drink on the market. With flavors like Baja Lime, Sour Gummy Worm, Guava Mango, and Strawberry Colada, Ray's has some of the best tasting energy drinks available. You can get a case of Ray's right now by going to repsports.com and using promo code T1THREE when you check out to take 15% off of your next order. That's promo code T1THREE for 15% off of your next order of better, tastier energy.
Okay.
All right.
So we're back.
Ready?
Yep. So every day we're shuffling
Every day we shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. And...
in the Russian club.
It's such it was such a small joke. That's
a throwback.
No one's gonna get that old reference.
Black Mirror versus Gilmore Girls: A Year in Review. Abigail.
It's Black Mirror.
Mike.
It's Black Mirror.
I'm not gonna let it get swept, but I'm gonna vote for Gilmore Girl: A Year in Review.
I mean, Black Mirror. So, I thought they were gonna make another season of Black Mirror.
Oh, I'm so glad they didn't.
But I don't even remember the last one too much. I don't know. I really lost it when I got a T-shirt from Loot Crate and the black shirt was black, but the print was black. So you couldn't
just a black
see anything.
shirt?
I might even still have it. There's a chance I still have it. I might, now that I think about it, I might see if I can get it tie-dyed.
Oh, that would
just
be
a-
cool.
But so it's just a black shirt.
Yeah, it's just a black shirt with black print, like a black print on it.
That's real smart of them.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was like, yes, I'm finally going to have something Black Mirror. I'm going to have a shirt or something. I got it. It was black on black. I'm like, no one's going to be able to see this.
Yeah, that was really smart.
Oh my gosh.
I think that may have even been when I finally gave up on Loot Crate.
That would do it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Patriot Act versus The Witcher. Mike.
I'm going to go with The Witcher based simply because the video games. I should be, again, this is something you would think I would have watched by now. It's not. I haven't seen one episode. I'm waiting to play with The Witcher 3 before I do anything. And yeah, right now I'm in the middle of Resident Evil, so that's not going to happen for any time. But I'm going to go with The Witcher.
Abigail.
The Witcher.
I'm also going to go with The Witcher. I've never played any of the Witcher games, but my wife did watch some of was watching parts of. She was watching The Witcher for a little bit, and I watched some of it with her. It's actually pretty good.
I think what I'm going to do instead of trying to wait for the game to play the game is I actually have the first book on audiobook on my Audible.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just go listen to that instead.
That's a good idea.
And then watch the movie or watch the show.
Then watch the show.
Yeah.
And then
I don't have to wait. Then I'll probably play the game.
Yeah. Do that.
So Tiger King versus Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Abigail.
I'm going to go with Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt just because I've never seen Tiger King.
Mike.
I'm going with Tiger King.
Okay.
I was captivated the entire time. At some point, I gave up on Kimmy Schmidt.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also going with Tiger King. She definitely killed her husband.
Well, that's what season 2's about. The season 2 is about who killed Don.
Wasn't that pretty much what season 1 was about?
I mean, kinda, but they didn't make it the main focus. The main focus was about him going to hiring somebody to go kill her. And it's all admissible. And now that I think about it, did they get him on recording?
He's already in jail for it.
I know, but
right?
He needs a better lawyer.
He's already in jail for it, but
I've been watching a lot of Sopranos, so
nice.
I'm thinking about wiretaps and what he could have done to avoid it.
It's Mindhunter for me.
I'm pretty sure he's trying to get his resentence. Oh, he did get resentenced to 21 years.
Yeah. I saw that. I did see that.
So it's Mindhunter versus BoJack Horseman. So Abigail for Mindhunter, Mike.
I'm going with BoJack.
I'm going for Mindhunter.
I've never watched Mindhunter.
It's all about the FBI, like when they first set up the behavioral science unit, when they talk to
Isn't that basically like
It's so
it-
good.
does it have
Ed
like a
Kemper. They talk to like serial killers, like to come up with like it's how they came up with like profiling and like figuring out like how you figure out who a serial killer and like when they're like way they think and stuff.
Mhm.
And they talked to Ed Kemper. Shout out to Joe, friend of the show, who looks like Ed Kemper. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
so
they
good.
talked to Ed Kemper. I know they at one point they talked to, and the guy who looks like in the show looks like the real Ed Kemper and sounds like him too.
Is that he's a bumblebutt. He's a bit of a
yeah, he's
bumblebutt.
Bumblebutt. Yeah, he's
Mhm.
Bumblebutt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they talked to Charles Manson and like a bunch of other serial killers who to like I said, figure out how to profile. It's
so
really,
good.
really
You
good.
gotta watch it. Yeah.
So next one's Altered Carbon versus The Staircase, Mike.
Oh, speaking of Manson, real quick, last week with our guest, he said that I would have gone with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood over Fight Club. Brad Pitt, more specifically.
Mhm.
Manson was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Well, somebody who played him, obviously not the real Manson, but
He probably would have tried if you he would have if you let him.
But yeah, probably. I did not. I just want to say for the record, I'm not changing my vote. I'm sticking with what we voted with last week. It did
Fight
not
Club.
change my mind. We watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, my girlfriend and I, and it was just okay. I actually was somewhat let down. People
I'm
hyped that movie.
Okay. Well, anyway, Altered Carbon versus The Staircase, Mike.
I'm gonna go with Altered Carbon because I've never seen it. What's The Staircase about?
It's about I believe his name is Jordan Peterson. He was convicted and then acquitted of killing his wife.
Is that a
But he made an Alford plea.
real life thing or is that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good.
I thought his name sounded familiar. Doesn't he? Is that
I believe his name is Jordan Peterson. I believe that's his name. He was a novelist.
Michael Peterson.
No, Michael Peterson is the guy in California, I thought.
No, 2001. Michael
Peterson.
Peterson's wife died.
Yeah, it's Michael Peterson.
Oh, is it?
Jordan
Yeah.
Peterson. Isn't he an author too? But he does like how
Am
to
I thinking-
pick up chicks.
Oh, whoops. Completely thinking of the wrong person. Who's the guy in California?
Jordan Peterson is a
Clinical psychologist,
therapist or whatever.
There was one of the Petersons.
Jordan Peterson is a psychologist.
One of the Petersons.
He's a dick.
Like like anti-feminist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, ew.
Like asshole.
No, not the person I'm thinking of.
Jordan. Yeah, that's Jordan Peterson.
So
now,
Michael
honestly,
Peterson. Who's the guy in California? He's also a Peterson. What's with the Petersons, man?
Peterson, California.
Yeah, he's on
Scott
death.
Peterson?
The guys, yeah, Scott Peterson.
It brought it
Scott
up.
Peterson?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. He also was convicted.
his
He's
wife.
on death row for it, and his unborn child.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting from this is don't be a Peterson.
Right.
Yeah. Petersons are no good.
We take a hard stance against Petersons on this show.
We are anti-Petersons.
I'll go with The Staircase because it's really good. I really enjoyed watching it. Which sounds super messed up.
I've never seen either of them, but I love true crime, so I'm going with The Staircase.
Sweet. Oh, Manhunt or Stranger Things.
Okay, so this one's going to be Manhunt the Unabomber versus Stranger Things. Abigail.
Shoot. I'm going to go with Manhunt the Unabomber because Stranger Things, like season 3, I don't know what happened. You
I
guys.
liked season 3. I thought season 3 was better than season 2.
I thought season 2 was okay. I thought
Um,
season 1 was the best one.
I'm ready for 4, and I'm ready for them to wrap this up.
Yeah, definitely.
The kids are getting too old. It's been, how long has it been since Stranger Things came out?
I have no idea.
Let's see. Stranger Things came out in 2016. Oh, I guess 2016.
That's 6 years ago.
It's 6 years ago, though. These kids are like 12.
They're like 18.
13. They're now like 18, 19-year-old adults playing
children.
Playing 14-year-olds.
Which isn't unheard of, but I mean.
14 or 15-year-olds. Yeah, but
when you usually, like, if you're going to let that amount of time go, you got to, this isn't The Simpsons, you got to kind of age progress them a little bit in the story.
Yeah.
I'd like to, I was saying I'd like to see a cartoon that ages like each season. Like, I'm down for that. I don't remember who I argued with. Let's do it. I can't write.
I can't draw.
Then therefore I also can't draw. You can't write.
Where are you going with, Mike? Stranger Things or Manhunt?
Oh, Stranger Things. I forgot it was up to me. I was actually looking up stuff about Stranger Things season 4.
I'm gonna go with Manhunt Unabomber. Like, that was crazy, and like the twists and the turns, and like I already knew the story, and then like I knew he gets caught, but like actually
Still
seeing it,
good.
and you also start to kind of sympathize with him a little bit, and then you realize, oh yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah.
Queen's Gambit versus Orange is the New Black. Mike.
Oh, it's Orange is the New Black, like hands down. Like that was a cultural phenomenon.
Abigail?
Queen's Gambit got some like.
It's Queen's Gambit. I'm sorry.
No
I'm
way.
sorry, Mike.
I was all about Orange is the New Black.
I'm gonna go with Orange is the New Black because it was like one of the first big
That's true.
Netflix shows.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that doesn't do as well as it did. I don't know if Netflix is still doing like the original shows thing.
That's true.
Because if like those sorts of, like those first couple shows flame out, they might just say, screw this, we're just gonna stick to streaming movies.
Yeah.
Ozark versus Daredevil. Abigail.
Ozark.
Mike.
I've watched more Ozark than I did Daredevil, so Ozark.
I'll give Daredevil a sympathy vote. It was really good. At least the first season was. Black Mirror versus The Witcher. Mike.
Let's go with Black Mirror.
Abigail.
It's pretty trippy, man.
I'm going with The Witcher.
Okay. So I haven't seen either of these to completion, but I've seen pieces of both. So, but the one that sticks out to me more is Black Mirror, because the first episode of Black Mirror I saw was the one with the video game.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was the very first episode I saw. Like, what did I just watch? I still have questions. I'm still right,
confused. But that's
been like 2 years.
That's definitely like the sign of a good show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then the one right after it I watched was like the guy driving a taxi and he picks up like a genie.
I don't know if I watched that one.
I don't know.
It's
been so long.
It was weird.
San Junipero is one of my favorite pieces of television.
Yeah, I'm going with Black Mirror. It reminded me a lot of like Outer Limits and
anthologies.
Yeah, what's the other one? I'm drawing a blank on it. The really big one.
Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone, yeah. Twilight Zone. Yeah. So Tiger King versus Manhunter. Two completely opposite types of shows. Abigail.
Mindhunter. Just because I've seen it.
Mike.
Oh, it's still Tiger King.
This one's hard for me because Mindhunter, like, actually you think about it and you're like, it makes you think and stuff, and then Tiger King is just dumb.
It was, and when it came out, it was perfect.
At the start of COVID,
right at the start of the pandemic, people
Pandemic,
had to watch it.
Right, I had nothing else better to do. I'm gonna go with Mindhunter because I'm more likely to go back and watch it again than I am Tiger King.
I'm definitely gonna eventually go back and watch Tiger King. Give it 3 more years.
Yeah. The Staircase versus Manhunt Unabomber. Mike.
Let's go with Unabomber.
Abigail.
No, I'm gonna go Unabomber.
I'm also going Unabomber.
Staircase.
True crime versus true crime.
Yeah.
Orange is the New Black versus Ozark. Mike.
Orange is the New Black.
Abigail.
Yeah, it's Orange is the New Black.
I'll vote for Ozark just so it doesn't get swept. Like, I think it's a good enough show where
I don't know how. I honestly don't think I watched the last season of Orange is the New Black. I know she got out.
Yeah.
She was having like a tough time with the outside, but that's all I remember. You know what show was better than that? Weeds. Weeds was a good show.
Yeah, but it's not a Netflix original.
I know, but it's just better.
It's a Showtime original.
Oh, yeah.
We need to do Stars, Showtime, like all those premium.
We'd have to combine them because I don't think there's enough like Showtime original shows.
Well, I'm saying you do Stars, Showtime, and like HBO prior to like 2016 or something.
Like premium channels.
Original series.
Yeah. So final four. We're gonna go reverse this time. So it's gonna be Orange is the New Black versus Manhunt Unabomber. Mike.
Orange is the New Black.
Abigail.
I'll give Manhunt a sympathy vote.
It's not gonna be a sympathy vote because it's winning. Manhunt Unabomber.
You just gave it the vote to win.
Yes.
Manhunt Unabomber is gonna win. I love that. That was a great show. I actually would go back and watch that. Like,
oh yeah,
it's great
for sure.
The guy who plays Kaczynski did a really, really good job.
That was what's his name, wasn't it? The guy
I know it's someone in like fame, like
Paul Bentley. Isn't it Paul Bentley?
I think so. What else is he in? I feel like he's in something
He
else.
plays Vision in the Marvel series.
Is it him?
I think it's Paul Bettany.
It might be. It is.
Woo!
Yeah.
Nailed it.
That explains why he did a great job.
Nailed it.
Yeah, he is Ted Kaczynski. So next one is gonna be Mindhunter versus Black Mirror. Abigail.
I'm gonna go Mindhunter.
Mike.
It's Black Mirror. Again, it's some of the best television I've ever seen.
Mindhunter is really good, and Black Mirror.
I know
this one's tough. This one is tough.
If you hold this up, if you ask you some random person on the street, they're more likely to have seen Black Mirror than Mindhunter.
That is true. I'll give it to Black Mirror, even though that pains me. So the final two: Black Mirror versus Mindhunt Unabomber. Abigail.
I'm going Unabomber.
Mike.
I'm going Black Mirror.
Okay, so I hate that you guys are making me break this tie.
You can do it. Flip a coin.
I'm gonna go with Manhunt Unabomber, because, like I said, that show was so good. Like Black Mirror was good, but I feel
Black
like
Mirror is good. Black
it
Mirror is
is
gonna hold
good,
up.
but I feel like it is one of those things where if you're doing an anthology, there's bound to be some bad ones in there. So where Black Manhunt Unabomber ended, obviously it had to because it's a real life thing, but it ended
Because he got
didn't have
caught.
because he got caught, but it didn't end with any bad episodes. Like there's no
Yeah.
episode, there's like no filler episode
Because
or
they
anything like
didn't have
that.
to write anything. It was already there. The blueprint was there.
They did a really good job. But also, to be fair, he was doing it for 20 years, so they definitely could have like dragged that thing out.
They
for,
could
like,
have.
for like 2 or 3 seasons. Like,
A lot of stuff didn't happen for a while.
yeah, you could have definitely dragged that out, but thankfully they didn't.
Right.
So the winner of the tournament is Manhunt Unabomber. So what
Oh,
we're gonna do now is we're gonna do our recommendation segment where you can recommend anything you want. It just can't be your own stuff because we'll do that right after. So, Abigail, recommend something for the people. It could be anything in the world.
I'm gonna recommend everybody smile. Just try and smile. Because we all need a little bit more love and happiness in our lives. I'm gonna go a little bit hippie on you. So yeah. Laugh, smile, do something. Something that makes you feel good.
Okay. Mike.
mine's similar, but it's me telling you to go and watch The Joker. I watched it again. We watched it today, earlier today, and it's a good movie, man. Just imagining that person becoming the Clown Prince of Crime, and it's just great. I wish we could get more into that world. I'd love to see.
Supposed to be making another one.
I'd love to see Joaquin Phoenix go up against Batman. I'd love it. I want to see him because I feel like he could be one of the best Jokers against Batman.
Yeah, I could see it.
Easily.
Yeah. It is a really good movie. I actually like watching it as not a Joker movie or like
Yeah, you
as a
don't.
Batman movie. Like because it's just a good movie without that part.
I agree, but then it got me even more hyped when I was able to tie them in together more. Like
I am excited for the new Batman.
I'm actually pretty excited for it. I'm gonna
watched
give it a chance.
I'm assuming they released it. Well, if they did, and I saw it. There's a clip of like part of it, and it looks really, really good.
I rode hard for Ben Affleck, and I'm just ready for someone to do something good in Batman. I need something that I can rewatch over and over again. That's what I'm looking for. I haven't found that Batman film that I could just watch over and over and over again.
I forgot you're a Dark Knight hater.
I don't like I it's not that people make me hate them more than I actually do. I don't like Christian Bale more specifically. I like the stories. I like the characters. I like Christian Bale, just not as Batman. I hate him as Batman. Bruce Wayne, fine, but I hate that fucking overbite. And it kills it. That's it. It's the overbite. It kills it for me. So like it's obvious. Like just match up the dental records.
Well, there's a lot of signs that Batman is Bruce Wayne, and they just get ignored. But
well, that's the thing is really a lot of people don't see Batman in the comics. Like he's still very much a myth. But I mean, they know he's real, but they don't. Regular people don't see him.
Well, I don't mean for them, but I mean like for the police to figure out that it's him. Like, who is rich enough to be able to afford all of this stuff?
But they
like,
look, man, you're talking about a world that just a bunch of shit happens. Anything is possible. If the Flash can be the Flash and afford his shit, it's possible.
Yeah, I guess. My recommendation is going to be the Outshine fruit bars. So they're like frozen fruit bars. They're like a.
Are you trying to sell me a healthy, like,
They're like a.
non-dairy,
They're
like,
What are they?
they're a pop. They're like a popsicle. They're a popsicle, but they have like real fruit in them.
They're
They're really
probably-
good. I've had the mango and I have the pineapple. We just finished off a box of the pineapple, but they're really good.
They look good.
Yeah, they're kind of pricey, but it might also be the store I bought them from. But they were good. So the Outshine fruit bars, try them out. Really, really good.
I have to get me some.
And they're only like 70 calories, which isn't too bad.
See, I knew there was a catch. You're trying to sell me health food.
They're good. They're actually really good. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do plugs. So Abigail, again, tell the people about your show and where they can find it.
Oh, sorry. So I'm Abigail. I'm the host of the Manic Pixie Weirdo. You can find me anywhere where you can get podcasts. So Apple, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere. You can follow me on Twitter at MP Weirdo Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok, _main_weirdo1. You can email me at manipixieweirdo@protonmail.com, or you can leave me a voicemail at manipixieweirdo.podcast.com. So yeah.
Okay. Thanks again for coming on.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
I was gonna click for someone else, but there's just me and Mike does the ending. So I be tweeting and I be TikToking. So follow me on both at dumbmoneyt13. So it's DAMONEY T the number 1 3. Follow me on there for all the bullshit I say. Mike.
You can find me on Twitter, hi-fi_Mike. Find me on TikTok, hi-fi Mike. There's no underscore. You can find all the shows on the T13 Media Network on our website at t13media.com. That's the letter T, the number 1, 3 spelled out, media.com. You can buy a shirt. You can listen to the other shows. You can buy a mug. You can... Yeah, that's about it. It's the only things you can do. You can listen to another show, buy shit.
Which you should do both at the same time.
Yes.
Every day.
That'd be great.
And check out our sponsors. It is almost Valentine's Day, so head up Organic Lovin' for the one you love. Or yourself.
They didn't pay for 2 ad spots.
So
Stop.
self-love is important. I'm trying to
You don't
get
get
this
more
money.
per ad.
I'm trying to get this money. So that's been this episode of Debatable. Case closed.